Well, there is a lot going on in LA. And YG is at the center of a lot of stuff going down. The first thing we seen is YG get detained in Burbank while the police were executing a search warrant allegedly tied to the murder of Drakeo the Ruler.
Yes. And it's unfortunate. After everything I done heard about that in the past few weeks, I don't know what to believe now. They tried to say that YG, that one of Draco's security guards said they seen YG swinging a knife, like with a knife in his hand. I'm like, I don't believe that. They begging now, like they trying. But like Wax said, at this point, somebody could lie and say that YG sent the blitz. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad to see how loose our laws are. Like how somebody can just say something, y'all take it, run with it, and then it can ultimately cost somebody their life. I don't believe that YG is guilty. And I think YG should just stop talking because he just keep talking, keep bringing stuff up. Even Compton Rick Rock said it like, man, stop talking, YG. Just be quiet, let everything play out. Stop talking, stop texting, leave, like, you feel me? Act like it don't even exist. It'll roll over eventually. I don't think he gonna get arrested for it. And if he do, they're not gonna be able to get him with no murder one. The most they gonna be able to get him with is a manslaughter. That's what I believe.
Well, I don't think he's actually being accused of the one that did it.
Yeah, right? I know that.
But everybody there, 25, 30 people, they all could be charged with murder.
Yeah, they could, but they have to prove that all 25, 30 of them knew that somebody was gonna stab. Because 25, 30 people can jump somebody. I don't know that one person is gonna stab him. I cannot be held accountable for his actions no more. You used to be able to do that, but then again, that's only if,
so you saying the laws changed because
the California murder rule changed.
I remember before, if people go and they commit a felony, and somebody dies in the process of that felony, the survivors can be charged.
Yeah, but they changed that.
That's changed.
1437, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Senate Bill 1437, basically, only one person, only somebody who played a serious, I'm trying to use the actual language. But basically under 1437, you have to be the actual gunman, or you had to play a chief role in the other line felony. So basically, if me and you go rob a T-Mobile and I shoot somebody, you can't get charged for it no more. Under 1437. Accomplice liability is accomplice liability law.
Okay. California Senate Bill 1437 is a landmark 2018 state law that significantly reformed California's felony murder rule and limited liability for murder. It requires a principal in a crime to act with malice to be convicted for murder. A person who was not the actual killer can only be convicted of murder if they aided, abetted, solicited, or assisted in the actual killer with the specific intent to kill. Wow, okay. Mm-hmm. This is definitely news to me because, I remember when I was a kid, I knew somebody, and these two guys, they pulled up to a liquor store, and they were there like 10 minutes after the liquor store was closed. They were drunk, right? Yeah. But they were fucked up. They pulled up, and the liquor store guy thought that they were gonna rob him. So the liquor store guy starts shooting at these guys and
Ooh.
kills one of them. So they tried to frame it as a robbery,
Yeah.
and they were charging the guy who survived with the other guy's murder.
That's
So you know what? I'm really glad they fixed this law.
yeah,
because this was
especially that scenario right there. That's the coldest scenario I heard. They were just two drunk people. One drunk, his friend gets gunned down. Now he charged with murder, and they really wasn't gonna do nothing. That's messed up.
It's fucked up, bro. How they be twisting shit.
Hell yeah, that's
You know?
messed up. Damn.
So I'm glad to hear that is okay. So
Yeah.
well, you know, so only the people who were actually did it or involved
Yeah.
would be charged.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying.
Well, not a good thing, but you know, that all the other people wouldn't be
Yeah.
also charged too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a bless. That law right there is what's bringing a lot of people home right now.
I bet.
Yeah.
They were charging people with that shit left and right. You know,
All the
like
time.
two people go, you know, they break in a house to steal something, and one of the guys kills somebody, and the other guy's doing life too.
Yeah. Or two people go break into a house and try to go steal something. The owner comes, kill him, and now you charged with this man's death because the owner killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I used to say all the time, there's a big difference between someone who will steal and someone who will kill.
Yeah, big difference.
Big difference. So you got people who were just thieves.
Yeah.
Doing life in prison, you know,
Yes.
which I just don't think was right at all.
Not right at all.
So I'm sure that caused probably a lot of people,
To go
especially in
home.
California, to get released from jail.
Yes. A lot of people went home.
A lot of people. Yeah.
And a lot of people still going home. A lot of people are still fighting because they're trying to fight for that law to apply. All right, see the thing, you see right there, if you read the text, the law says the only way someone who is not the killer can be charged with the murder is if they participated with malice, with malicious intent, with specific intent to kill. So that means the only way I can be charged if, like, okay, I can be charged if you got a gun and I'm like, shoot, bust. Because now I'm exhibiting malicious intent with the specific intent to cause great bodily injury or death, right? So now it's people who've been down 10, 20 years who like, all right, I was just a driver in a drive-by shooting. I didn't know the passenger was gonna start shooting. I was just a driver, you feel me? I had no idea that this was gonna start shooting. And then now people like, man, that's telling. Man, you snitching, man, you saying, but but a lot of people like, man, we got life already. We've been down 30 years. We went to trial and lost. They know he was the shooter. They know I was the driver. Now you gotta speak on your mindset. Because if you don't, you gonna still, like it's like I was just on a prison yard for people with that scenario, like, man, I'm trying to get out for 1437. All they try to do is say I was the driver. They try to say I was the driver, and I didn't know that my passenger and the person in my back seat was gonna start shooting out the car. I never knew that. And then niggas like, man, that's dry snitching, bro. Like, that's telling, fool. Like, how's that telling if we went to trial, we went exhausted all our, you feel me? All our remedies. Like, we went through every circuit of appeals and they denied us. Now, this law come out, and as long as I say that I did not know, I had no prior knowledge, I had no knowledge prior to picking them up that a crime was going to occur, I can go home. People was taking that, people was doing it, and people was also getting stabbed for doing it. Right now in California State Prison. It's cold, huh?
It's cold, man. Damn.
It makes sense though, too, huh?
It do make sense, man. You can't. Yeah, that's just like Max B, who just came home.
Yeah.
What's up? This Capone. If you want to hear these interviews with all the cuss words in it, all the stuff we had to take out because YouTube makes us cut a lot out, all you gotta do is become a member. Hit that button.